Good morning, friends. I am having a cup of coffee. I have a baby here who's playing with her toys. I'm hoping that she's going to play while we quickly do my 5-minute morning makeup routine. So bear with me if I have to entertain her for a little bit. So I'm going to start off. I've already washed my face. I have put moisturizer on, a couple drops of face oil, and I've walked around the house and made breakfast, and everything is kind of ready to go. I settled in, my skin's a little calmer. I am using this Dew Skin Moisturizing Face Coverage with SPF 20 from Beautycounter. It comes in a nice little pump, so it's easy. I just need about one pump. I find is enough for me on a regular basis, but if you want a little more coverage, you might need more. This is a light coverage foundation. I wouldn't even call it a foundation. I would call it a tinted moisturizer. So if you're looking for something a little heavier or a little more full coverage, I wouldn't use this, but for every day, I find it's really nice. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab, when I want a little bit more coverage in certain areas, I use the Tint Skin, which is more of a true foundation. So I'm going to put just a little bit of that on my hand. And I have a little complexion brush. I'm going to kind of put it in the areas like under my eye. Right here, anywhere that gets dark on my face. I'm going to put this right down the bridge of my nose. And then around my mouth. I don't know about you, but I always find I have a little bit of discoloration around my mouth like area. Maybe it's because I used to have really bad acne and I still have just some darker spots. I shudder to think, but I used Accutane back in the day, and it was a lifesaver for my skin, but I have to imagine it wasn't super good for me either. It was pretty powerful stuff. So I'm blending that in with this brush. And there you go. I have an awesome base to start with. And honestly, that's all I do for my face. Hold on one sec. Here you go, Ainsley. Yeah, mama. Now I'm going to use this powder. It's Beautycounter, and it is their matte skin finishing powder. And I have this big brush, so I'm going to put a little bit in there and dab off any of the excess and just do that on my face. This is great. It's translucent. It doesn't have any color on it. So it covers and it doesn't sink into your lines or wrinkles or anything like that. It just gives you a nice finished look. After that, I know some people do their eyes first, but I can never get around that. Put a little lip balm on. Then I am going to take, this is the color, it's a Color Pinch Cream Blusher from Beautycounter. It comes in a little tube. I like to, at first I started putting it directly on my face and I found that that was a little too harsh. So I'm going to put it on my hand and then get it on my finger and just put it on the apples, right under the apples of my cheeks. And then a little bit up onto my bone right there. So that gives you, hold on, Ainsley, can I give you this? Hold on. I'm going to look for something to give to Ainsley. What are these, Ainsley? So as you can see, it just gives you a nice rosy look on your cheeks. I like it for every day because I think it's really natural. It kind of leaves you feeling sun-kissed. Next, I am going to appease my child a little bit more. I'm going to take this bronzer and just get a little bit on here. I go over onto my temples, across the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my chin and kind of around my neck. Then my must-have, which is a color-defined brow pencil. Awesome. I take this and brush upwards on my brows so all the hairs are kind of in line. And do that on both sides. And this is nice. It has the built-in little brow thing on the end. And then I'm going to Just do short little strokes, filling in anywhere that it looks like it needs to be filled in, and then getting longer on my strokes as I go. So short. And this is nice, it comes out pretty gentle, so it's not like you can go overboard. You really have to press hard if you want to go overboard. So I've seen a lot of people do that brow thing that's very, very defined, and I like a good strong brow, but I don't want it to be something where later on my kids laugh at me and say, look at how dated you look. So that's all. It looks pretty natural, I think. And I'm going to take a little bit of eyeliner. And this is really, really hard to do as you're looking in the computer. And I just like to do the kind of corners of my eyes because I don't want it for daytime. I don't want it to be too dramatic. I like a good natural look. And then I just go right along the lash line. And then I kind of smooth it in. Last step, mascara. I'm using a L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. Good old drug store mascara. And a little bit on the corners of the bottom. And that's it. I think it took 6 minutes, so not too long. And it's easy, it's fresh, and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing a ton of makeup. Hope you have a great day.